A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
To the air as Rodgers finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll go right back to Tunyon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
And again, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it. That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Dobbs. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Don't blink or you'll miss Nwangu, one of the fastest backs in the entire NFL. He put that on display not as a runner his rookie season, but as one of the league's best kick returners. A lot of people felt he should have made the Pro Bowl as a rookie.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have that yards after the catch on the end zone, but from your tight end.
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it up and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nixon now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Man open, here is Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretch to right there turned it into a really nice game. Going up top.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Rodgers again now.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon.
30 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins.
He'll find Nwangu underneath.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Ramsey. And they work this well on the field across the
45. First down, here's Cousins.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the air again, it's Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down throw for Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On first down, they'll run with the Wangu.
A beautiful fake. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Harris will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kenny Nwangu
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been... Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Drive will start with Nwangu.
And they will only muster a yard here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go right back to the Wangu.
And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, that'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 30 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2.
Vikings 23, Packers 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put the defensive mates in a really tough spot there. They're dropping the ball on the ground, but an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his good catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or Keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to.
And it'll be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. These defensive coaches, they show like what they got in this rookie quarter. And with good reason, as you saw there.
Day two, a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
You sort of have to get a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go play action with Trubisky. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
On on first down. Rodgers looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
Packers 28, Vikings 23. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, Vikings 23.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track. going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execute.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, probably they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start getting more targets. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Cousins.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Again, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Rodgers going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Handoff right side to Wangu. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Cousins to throw it. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by C. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And some room to roam now. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Rodgers throwing here. Right side complete to Mechie. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jones. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already to ask for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Thank you.